Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here with a very good author, a guy with a tremendous spirit, David W. Daniels. You may watch his videos on YouTube. He's got great videos, primarily defending the King James Version of the Bible. He is well qualified to do that. He used to be a Bible translator. I think he's got a Master's of Bible Translation and Biblical Languages from Fuller Theological Seminary. And this is one of his just really great books, put out by Chick Publications. Since Jack Chick passed away, I think David is actually running Chick Publications. So answers to your Bible version questions, he just does an outstanding job. I'm going to read a little bit, like chapter 1, where did the Bible come from? Did God preserve his words today? Now that may sound like a simplistic question, but really everything is hinging on that. If we don't have the Bible, then we don't have any way of knowing revelation. How do I show which Bible is correct to those who refuse to hear King James only arguments? Why is the King James Bible called the authorized version? How is it authorized? Who are the translators? And so it's got all this, several pages on some of those. Is there a Textus Receptus in Greek and Hebrew you can recommend for those that studying biblical languages? Do the Bible codes prove the Bible is from God? Is the true Bible Roman Catholic? Questions about the Godhead, questions about the birth of Christ, which translation is correct, does the KJV contradict itself, is the KJV text error-free? And see, I get a lot of persecution, even from fellow brothers and sisters, when I say, yes, I believe when I've got a King James Bible, which here's one, I think I left my other one in the other room, when I just say, yeah, I believe I've got a perfect Bible, they just go into apoplexums. I'm like, well, you mean you don't? What are you preaching then? Error? I don't even have a clue. I don't know what that means. What's wrong with other versions? What's wrong with the KJV lookalikes? What will I do? And so it's just really a question and answer format. I'll show you that. And it's just excellent. I really like it. On the back, I see that it's advertising the Word Companion. It has about 600 plus words in there. They says they've over 200,000 sold, and that was a few years ago. This book is a few years old, which I also highly recommend people that have a difficult time reading the King James. It's just a little thin booklet, but it really interprets and defines archaic words very well. And the King James isn't nearly as archaic as people make it out to be. The these and the thous and the yous and the yous are actually singular thee and thou, plural ye and you, and that's not an anachronism. That is accuracy of translation from the Hebrew and Greek. They weren't speaking that way in King James time either. That was just a way for them to were you focusing on a singular or a plural, and that's the reason it emphasizes the monotheism or the oneness of God so strongly in the King James, because it's thou, O Lord, thine, O Lord. It's always singular. Whereas like in the New King James, which a lot of people seem to like, it would be ye or you or your, and so you lose the singular plural distinctions, which is not nearly as accurate, first of all, but it would also tend towards making God something less than absolute monotheistic. So great little book, David W. Daniels. Hope he keeps up the good work. Keep the faith in this area. God bless you. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.